Hello and welcome to episode 5 in high probability opening traps. In this video I'm going to show you an opening trap you can play as black against the Queen's Gambit. That's called the Elephant Trap, and over 4,200 players have fallen for it. Also make sure you stay till the end. I'm going to be posting a puzzle, and whoever posts the correct solution in the comments below first, I'll be pinning that comment to the top. So make sure you stick around and see if you can solve that. But now let's jump right in and see what this elephant trap is all about. So the Queen's Gambit is d4, d5, and then white plays c4. Now you have the option to accept the Gambit by capturing the pawn. But we're going to look at the Queen's Gambit declined, where you don't accept it, you just play e6 and defend your pawn that way. Usually white will play knight to c3, putting more pressure on the d5 pawn, and then we're going to play knight to f6. Now it's pretty likely that your opponent will play bishop g5 because it's not only a nice developing move, it pins your knight, and it lets the bishop out of the pawn chain, so now they can play e3 and develop this bishop. What your opponent's probably expecting you to do is play something like bishop e7 to break this pin and get ready to castle, and then they would go about their developing and you would continue with yours. But this is the point in the game where you can set a very clever little trap, and you're going to play the move knight b to d7. Now if your opponent's paying attention, they probably think that you just made a blunder. Because first of all, you don't deal with the pin on your knight, and second of all, this knight is blocking your queen from defending the d5 pawn. So really you just have one pawn defending it, and white has two attacking it. So if your opponent notices all that, he's probably going to capture your pawn, and after you recapture, he's probably going to take this with his knight, thinking that your knight's pinned to the queen. And if we check the database, we'll see that over 4,200 players have actually played this move. But your opponent's going to be completely surprised when you simply capture his knight and leave your queen free for the taking. Now you might ask, why is this good for us? We're just losing our queen. Well, you can't make an omelet without cracking some eggs. So the reason we give up our queen is because now we can play bishop to b4 check, and we're going to get back our queen with interest. The only legal move that white has is to block with the queen. We can capture it, and after he takes it, we take his bishop, and let's see what happened. We have 3 pieces left, and white only has 2 pieces. So we just won a piece with a sneaky little elephant trap. Hey, just real quickly, I switched the board around to show you from white's perspective. If you're playing it from the white side, obviously you don't want to take the pawn and lose your queen. What you should do is just play e3. And now you are threatening to capture the pawn, because if he tries to bring the bishop out later, like in the lines we looked at, you can always move your king up. As an example, if black plays a useless move like a6, you can take. And now, after you take the queen, bishop b4 check, and you can simply move your king up, and you're just up a queen. So if you play this from the white side, that's what you can do. But now it's time for the puzzle, and like I said, first person to post the correct solution in the comments below, I'll pin that comment to the top so everyone can see it. Let's take a look. Alright, so in this position, it's white to play and win. Black just made a terrible move, rook to d8, and white has a completely winning move. Your job is to figure out what's the winning move and why. So good luck with that. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and take care.